Welcome back to African Colonization TV. I'm Biafran History. Make sure you are following us, you are liking us, and you are sharing it accordingly so that for others to be seeing things going on in the country. Let's look into what is happening as it is. The North, in fact, they are in panic right now concerning the move of David Matanga and Pan-African group. The way they have moved so that the Finland government they will release Mazi Simon Ekpa. But the North they have been angry and they have been panicking. Why will Matanga move for the release of Simon Ekpa? That is a this, is a that. In fact, don't skip any part of this video. Make sure you watch it to the end so that for you to understand things happening, because these are different activists is going to explain to us a lot of things that is going on right now in Finland and also things that is happening in the North. So according to the headline, it says Dr. David Matanga and Pan-African move for the release of Simon Ekpa and for the restoration of Biafra. In fact, it has been a very heat since last week. Since last week that he filed a case to ICC and also to Finland to make sure that he release Simon Ekpa and also to make sure that they do the needful. And if you can also see, this month is the month that Simon Ekpa appeal is coming up. So everything is happening for his release and everything that is going on. And some of them have been claiming that Mazi Kanu need to be released, but Simon Ekpa, he don't need to be released. But this it has been a very big debate and argument that has been going on, and also the move of U.S. government, the U.S. Congress, they have been debating mostly issue of Mazi Kanu freedom, that Nigerian government they should fast and release him because he did not commit any crime. In fact, just watch by yourself so that you understand things going on in the country. As about to watch, like, subscribe, and share for everyone to see things going on in Nigeria.
Also, once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'll bring you the very best. The Pan-African Forum is currently on Simon Ekpa's case, fighting tooth and nail that Simon Ekpa was wrongly held and needs to be released. This is trending online. You can check it on the X handle. Currently, an Hausa person has come out, a Northerner has come out to state clearly that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist and deserves to remain in that place. Nothing should be done. And a lot of reactions came under that comment. Biafran evangelists, they're still regarding Simon Ekpa as a terrorist without any evidence and says he deserves to be in prison. But the Pan-African Forum is currently fighting to turn in. What do you have to say concerning this?
My brother, I want to tell you this. Mazi Kanu is a terrorist before the Northern, and he remains a terrorist before the caliphate of the Fulanis and Nigeria. And Simon Ekpa too, a terrorist, just as the Northern man is saying. So far, you are an Igbo person and you are standing for the freedom of your people, you are a terrorist. Yes, in their mind, you are a terrorist. But I love what Dr. David Nyota is pushing. Is one of this Pan-African with Matanga. You know, Matanga is their president. They are pushing it so hard, so strongly with the support of the USP Outrage team and the other legal team of Mazi Simon Ekpa to free that young man, because his captivity was illegal, just as the same as Mazi Kanu. And let me tell you this. This man from the north that is saying that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, that Mazi Kanu case should be considered. Who are you to consider Kanu? And who are you to say to tell us who to prefer and who not to prefer?
They are leading. They are born to rule, right?
Based on the mentality structure given to them, without any proper training or channel or well nurtured or lectured about leadership. Because when you talk of leadership, you come to Biafra and learn. We run the package of leadership. And that is why even before the colony came to Africa, in the whole world, we run the best democracy on earth. And we are the first to run democracy. all over the world. You can do your findings. Biafra run in 1804 when the British came. Do you know that? I don't know if you have heard about the Kumeku War.
No.
Go and check about the Kumeku War. The British, that was their anger upon Biafrans till tomorrow. A Kumeku War. Because it took them a whole 30 or 31 years of it. They couldn't conquer Biafra. But they came up with the religion, and that was what they used to enter us. Do you understand? So that same people said they carried the power to give the Fulanis who debunk their religion, which they brought into Nigeria. Because they see that those ones can easily be manipulated and controlled. They are born to rule. That's why they claim to be born to rule. A total stranger who visited Nigeria, who came to Nigeria in 1804. So we have been fighting before these people came. You get the point? I'm telling you, so I say go and do research. I'm giving you info. Do a research. And it was in 1803 that many Igbos that they found, instead of them to serve as a slave, they drowned themselves inside the river. Go and do the checkup. They find it. You understand? And this idiot from the north have the audacity to speak. Without Igbos, take away the Igbos, where is Nigeria? Where will be the standing of Nigeria? You say Biafran and this one, you are talking. Take away the Biafran, where is Nigeria? It's a challenge. Rufai wife has confessed. And the same fellow Natana the other day said that they should not, because the Igbos will not suffer it, that the one that will suffer because they will go from scratch. Why did he say so? Another from Igbo?
From the north.
From the north that said it regarding to the Igbo man and Igbo people, Igbo race. And this one is saying Simon Ekpa should. Excuse me, when you are agitating for freedom, you know, there are things that people don't understand about freedom. The way Nelson Mandela, I want to use this one that is at least cool-headed, fresh in our memory. Go and check the history of South Africa. There were two who fought for the independence of South Africa. One carried gun. Why one did not carry gun? Nelson Mandela did not carry gun, but second carried gun. Go and check when the Scottish was fighting for their freedom, which led to the death of Sir William. Go and read the history of Sir Williams. Though he did not live to see the freedom, he did not live to see their freedom. But his second in command took it up, and through him, they got their freedom. And that was how Scotland, Ireland, Republic of Ireland, and the rest of them got their independence. They began to join to achieve that dream. Which at the end of the day, the UK now come back because there was, you understand, they now came back to have UK. You get the point now? The UK means United Kingdom. Because every one of them separated, they now call them, after the independence, call them. They have a round table discussion and they reach an agreement. That's where they come UK. United Kingdom. You get the point now. And this is one of the points that Obasanjo, thank God, is still alive. He said it, he gave this information when Buhari was alive, the president of Nigeria. He said, he said that if we are going to split, let it not be in a violent, in a way that we will not be able to forgive each other. Let it be in a way that we will be able to sit and discuss as family and have a united one nation. Even if Igbos, the Biafrans are to go, we will still remain as what? As Nigeria, united Nigeria, and still run things together. But these people violated that law, of which the judgment against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they must prove it in their constitution, according to their law. And that is the serious case that is on the ground now. You see why they try to manipulate and to maneuver Mazen Namdekano case. I don't know if you are aware they want to pull him out of Sokoto to and which he debunked, and which he rejected. He said there must, now the family is saying, okay, let there be court order. Are you asking for court order, or are you asking for the written to take place? Mazen Namdekano is telling and addressing everybody, because I want to use this opportunity to air it out. That there is nothing he has to do, whether court appeal or appeal court, whichever one they like to let them use or say, that what concerns him is that Biafra or nothing. Do you understand? You cannot be spending $9 million chasing shadows when things are getting wrong. Worster and worster on daily basis. People lost their lives. The Christian ones in Nigeria is not sleeping with their two eyes closed, because they don't know what will happen next, and nobody know who will be the victim at the next seconds. Do you know that so many Nigerians that are free to Cameroon, free to neighboring countries, they are not free because they want to free. They are forcefully free for the safety of their dear life, caused by so-called a particular group of people called themselves Boko Haram, Kakarawa, Iswab, and whatsoever they may call themselves, and the Fulani Janjaweeds. Are you hearing me? These are the people that make every citizen of this country life unbearable, which is abnormal. And now Biafra want to go. They don't want to continue. How old is Nigeria? How long should Nigeria continue like this? And I will continue to say this. Do you know, or are you aware that Nigeria is richer than America? Yes. I've said this thing before, and I'm just repeating it again, that this country called Nigeria is richer. Nigeria, though, despite the fact that Lord Uganda and Emma just together, they not seek the concept of each and every one of us. But even as that, had it been that things were to be carried out the way it should, Nigeria should be richer than America. Do you know how much Tinubu have packed from this country? Do you know how much Buhari have packed from this country? Do you know how much the past leaders in Nigeria have packed and moved out of this country? Do you know that Abacha did not travel more than 4 countries? And those countries are within Africa. But did you know that money travel in billions, in trillions out of Nigeria to foreign countries? Do you know that Obasanjo withdrew 6 billion from Abacha's account during his own tenure? Buhari, how much did the Buhari withdraw from Abacha's account? Yet, they are still swimming in money. Do you know how much your governors are packing? Our country money, the money which they're supposed to have used for the betterment of this country and for the betterment of every citizen. You and I, as Nigeria, but as we said, we claim, are not supposed to think of traveling to Cotonou here, not to talk more of America. But to go to Cotonou, Benede, you go and see Nigerians. See Ghana there. Imagine Ghana now, Nigeria must go. I remember I was not in 86. They say Ghana must go. Now it is now the turn of Ghana is now telling Nigeria must go. Imagine South Africa yesterday. When did they get their independence? South Africa, Nigeria must go. Every country. Very soon now, Benin here or Ethiopia will begin, and Eritrea will begin to tell you Nigeria must go. Why? Because we are having and we are running a failed government, a failed system. Government that don't care, they don't add value to the life of their citizens. And that is why you see all this nonsense. Do you know that we don't have respect outside the country? I don't know if you have traveled before. If you travel, you will know that Nigerians doesn't have respect. They don't command respect outside anymore. as a result of the impunity that is going on in this country that is coming from our leaders. If America begin to pack the kind of money that our government is packing from this country, America will collapse. Everything about America will go down. But look at the way they are packing money in Nigeria. And Nigeria, just take a look at it. That is why I said Nigeria is richer than America. But yet, we are not seeing it. We are busy wasting the glorious blessings that God has blessed this country with, a huge of resources which we never labored for, which we never fight for, which we never even deserve. But God gave it to us in a platter of gold. But we don't value it. We don't know the need. One American man, one certain time, one particular year, said that he would love to rule Nigeria just for 1 year. Just for 1 year. Just for 1 year. But we look at Nigeria. So, my beloved brother, this man, what he's saying in the Congress House is the right thing, that which he has to say, because Biafra has gone far beyond what Nigeria can stop. Even as I'm speaking to you, both to the UK are no longer having peace in their own country. On daily basis, they are protesting seriously against the jihadists, because they allowed the Fulanis, the Fulanis to take over their country, even in the northern side of the British. Now, they now introduce them into their policy making. Now, that is why Don Stammer, they throw him out of the office. Now, serious protest is going on in London, in UK, as we speak, as a result of the jihadists trying to take over their government, their country. Because of what? Greed and selfishness. And that same thing is what is playing in Nigeria. You see why Biafra has to go. Because we need to build a nation, a recognized nation, a nation with respect and value. A nation that when you hear that this is where you come from, everyone in other countries, neighboring countries, and outside African continent will know your worth, and they will know your value. They will know that if somebody is talking, you come from somewhere. They don't see Nigerians as people who come from a nation or a country. They see them as a people that came from a one forest, one bush, an animal kingdom. You know, you see why Mazenam, they cannot call them a zoo, because they behave like the zoo animals living in a bush. They don't reason. Go to other countries. I believe that governors, president, they do travel. When they travel to other countries, and they see how those countries look like. Yet they will still come back. They will not want their own country to be like other countries. That is wickedness in the highest order. But Biafra want to build a nation whereby people, even their own citizens, will be proud of. No Nigerian man will stand up now and tell you, say he's proud to be a Nigerian. If you are proud to be a Nigerian, those of you self that are in overseas, if Nigeria is working, will you travel to where you go to overseas? If you have confidence in Nigeria, if your greenish pasture is in Nigeria, will you ever travel? You know, a man in Delta came claiming that this government is the best government. Then the citizen now teach him a lesson. And I beat him seriously because he's talking out of point. Nobody is happy. Nobody. Especially in this current government. The worst ever happened ever since I was born. I've never experienced a government like this.
So do you think the only solution is Biafra breakaway?
Yes, my brother. I was asked. It was yesterday. Yes. I was asked a question. That after all, moreover, Nigerian government want to introduce a state police. What is the way out with the state police? Won't Nigeria move, or how do we stop this insecurity or whatsoever? I say first and foremost, let me address this issue, and I want to address it even through this media now, this very channel. State police is not the solution of Nigeria, and it's not a problem to Nigeria.
What's the solution?
The solution in Nigeria is everybody let the Biafra go. Because this thing that is happening today was what Ojukwu saw. when he called for Aburi Accord. And had it been that Aburi Accord was honored, was concurred with, and was to be carried out, my brother, what we are suffering today, we wouldn't have ever experienced it. But because of the negligence of that Aburi Accord was what landed us here today, where we are today, in all ramification. Because had it been it was honored, do you know that everybody will handle what is in their own region? You manage it both in terms of security and everything, and economy. And if you are to cross carpet to my place, you must abide by the rules and regulations that is in my place, and you will be well checkmated and well monitored. You get the point? But because it was ignored and neglected and jetted out, that is why you see somebody from Mali. I remember in Benue governor one certain time say the people that are killing the Benuans are not Nigerian Fulani, they are foreigners. Then if a foreigner from Mali, now all the way from Mali, came to your country, your state to be precise, and start unaliving your own citizen, what are you supposed to do? Is that not a ticket for you to wipe? Can Nigerians go to Mali and be killing Malians, and their government will not, or a particular state governor in that state will not react? No, let us be, think, now let us be reasonable. But because of all this nonsense, that's why all these things is happening. They will leave not, they come to Enugu, they come to Aba, they come to anywhere they like. The other time, the other time Ogun State, the other Kwara, just be misbehaving, and they are going away with it. But I believe this time around, the only solution is let Biafrans go, so that we can have a nation, so that we can have a place called our home, because we need home.
Biafran evangelist, one who used to talk, to analyze things happening in Biafra and in Nigeria also, and also to analyze the situation that is going on in the country. I'm going down to some of the things he said. He have said it the way it is. This country called Nigeria. Nigeria is a very rich country, very, very rich country, but what we have is very bad and corrupt leaders that doesn't deserve to even to stay in office or in anything position for one day. But it is just a mistake, and it's just a coincidence that they find themselves in office. That is the main reason why they do whatever they want to do, because they don't think that they will be in office. So whoever that find himself in office will start messing up, doing whatever they want to do with power. That is what is it. And going down to the issue surrounding the Matanga and the Simon Ekpa and the northern region. Whenever it is something good that is coming, I don't know why the North, they are the symbol of black, and they are the symbol of weak and the wickedness. In fact, they are the symbol of African being this poor, mostly Nigerian being this poor, to the extent that nobody can even think or can even lift up his head to think of growth. They are the reason. And we have been showing you evidence upon evidence how their people have been coming up to cry for help, for the Biafran to help them, and for other parts of the country to help them, because of what their leaders, their co-leaders, what they are putting them into in the name of we want the betterment of the North. But at the end, it is the other way round. They don't want any part of the country to be happy, and they don't want any side of the country to be shining. They don't want it. Mostly the issue of Biafra, they want everybody to be under them. And this issue, this mentality, we are born to be rule. We are born to rule. It is a foolishness and a idiotic mentality, because you cannot wake up and claim that your forefather have given you rights, or you have born to rule others, but leadership, you are claiming to be on top. You don't know what it means by being a leader, and you don't go to school. Someone who did not go to school for one day who don't even know anything, then will wake up and he will be commanding you, telling you that is born to rule. Is it not a foolishness? And that foolishness is what is happening to the country as a whole. Because if you go straight to the main cause why they used to unalive people, they used to shout their God before they unalive people. For you to see that those people, they don't even think, they don't even know themselves, they don't even know what is life. That is the main cause. They do whatever they want to do and think and believing that they are doing the right thing because they don't go to school. Somebody who wake up and tell you that Western education is a crime, is evil, and is abominable to their place, but at the end, he wants phone, he wants computer, he wants electricity, he wants good road, and he wants good facility to be in his home. But at the end, he don't want to study to learn what and what he will do to his own people so that he will have those things he's demanded for. Is it not issue of foolishness? Dr. David Matanga going under the Pan-African group moving for the release of Mazam Kano is a very great move and is a very good welcome development, and it is something that they need to be happy of. But instead of it, they attacking David Matanga and his team. That why going for the release of Simon Ekpa. Meaning, and for you to see that those people, they are a symbol and they are a logo of darkness. Is it a crime for any section, for anybody to wake up and say enough is enough, that my people, I need to release my people, I need to free my people, and my people need to be free? That being a slave is no more, because what everybody is suffering today is mental slavery. We are just in one place thinking that we are moving, not knowing that nobody is moving. And somebody that have gone far and also see road and understand life now start preaching, telling you that you need to change and need to turn away from this cake mentality of leadership and ways of life. Then the next thing you start claiming that he's a terrorist, he need to be executed, he need to do this, he need to do that. Imagine. No matter whatever they do, we know that they cannot stop the wind. No matter whatever you do as a human being, you can never stop the wind. The only thing you can do, you can shout, make noise, and other things, but the wind and the breeze will keep blowing. What will come will come. The journey of Biafra and the journey of Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a journey of the Almighty God. Once it has been ordained, something that has been ordained to come will come. So it is not caused by human power and it is not caused by the government. The government of the country, they can do whatever they want to do, but what will come. The issue of Biafran struggle and the issue of Nigerian breakup is something that everybody knows that one day Nigeria will disintegrate, and the best solution Nigeria is to divide so that people will breathe and people can see road and people can understand what it means to become a human being. That is what is it. Anybody that is telling you that one Nigeria or nothing, the person is not thinking right, and the person is not even, in fact, he's not thinking well at all. And the person that will be saying all those things, it is only the politician, those that is benefiting from the suffering of the people, from the suffering of the masses. That's the only people that will be telling you that one Nigeria is the only solution. But other people that understand the solution of this country will tell you that let's everybody be on his own so that peace will reign. In fact, I would like to comment and we would like to subscribe and share for everyone to see things going on in the country. We say thank you for watching.